Hi. I watched What Dreams May Come again last night, and it's now in my top 10 list. What? It's a sad movie. Your top 10 list? So it seems to, for me, to really address the heart of suffering, the heart of challenges in this lifetime. In the movie, Robin Williams is in love and get married. They have two beautiful kids, and the kids are killed in a car accident. And then Robin Williams is killed in a car accident 4 years later. He goes to heaven, to what they're calling heaven. In the movie's depiction, it seems to be a combination of kind of Christianity, Buddhism, and lots of other kind of Eastern ideas. But in heaven, what he finds is self. He finds this just fulfillment. There's just the now. It's almost a timeless presence and it's beauty, right? And it's like anything can be created. It's a very beautiful, really beautiful scenes of that, right? Of perhaps just embodied self. And his wife, she ends up committing suicide. She can't live with the, the pain of all of this. She can't live with the what we all know is as we blend with parts that are in grief, parts that are in this is too much, parts that are resistant. I can't, I don't like this. I don't want this. This shouldn't be here. Parts that have a critic part that she was like, I'm responsible for what happened to my kids. I should have been the one driving. I'm responsible what happened to my husband. I shouldn't have asked him to do that. The noises, they get too loud. They just get too loud. And she was like, I got to get out of this. And oh, and I am not advocating for any kind of suicide. It was just there's just compassion for this human experience, right? As we blend with parts, it's this humanity, the pain of this human experience, and so where it becomes so, but the suicide it didn't give her relief because as Robin is in heaven. He's like, where's my wife? Because he hears that she committed suicide. And then this idea, they have this idea of an idea of hell that she got stuck in. And this was because she couldn't let go. She couldn't unblend from her parts. So it was just like life was like, it just continued. And you can just ignore the life and death, heaven and hell thing, but it so focuses on this discernment between self and parts. That's what I love about this movie. And so she's stuck in hell. She's stuck in this blendedness with her parts. Like, and then something just kind of, and also something disassociates from it as well. Another part finds a way to get us away from this. We call in EIFS these firefighters that can take us away, give us a break. But it's still, it's underlying, it's stuck here, it's blended. And then it becomes really something when Robin Williams, like, I gotta go be with her in this. Because what his greatest regret was when their kids died, he was unable to join her in her pain. He was doing kind of a classic masculine thing of just I can just like, okay, it'll be okay, helping her try to move away from that, move on, gotta move on, or he wasn't, his system didn't allow him to be able to go in there with her. Can we relate to that, or even being with our own parts that are in lots of pain? And so he's like, I'm not going to do this again. And so he follows her down into the, the kind of the place that she got stuck in. And to get there, he had to go through it. They even called them protectors to get into this place. And these protectors were trying to protect keep him away from that. And I don't know if it's his protectors, her protectors, but keeping him away from that. We can all relate to that, right? As we start to get close to a sense of separation inside, a sense of sometimes they call them the original wounds, these wounds from childhood, these it's our system's like, no, no, we're not going there. This is uncomfortable. I don't want to go there. So he has to work his way through that. And then he's also warned, you can't stay there too long. You can't stay in the depth of this pain with her too long because you will get lost. You will blend with your own protectors and you might even dissociate, right? If it gets too much, it can dissociate. And so he's there with her and he's like, I'm not going to do it this time. I'm staying with you. And he even does even if I have to really give up everything, I'm joining you in this. You're not going to be alone in this. And where this is so sweet is this is self, right? This beingness, the beingness can't be hurt. This love that we are can't be hurt. So it's always here to be here with us, with our parts, with our suffering, regardless how painful it is, how dark it is. So he stays with her, and his parts start to take over in this place with her. His protective parts start to, and it all starts to happen. And then, and I'm sorry if this is a spoiler. It's a really beautiful, happy ending. Kind of, and then it kind of gets a little silly, a little Hollywoodish. But yeah, like get any of the spiritual stuff in it. We're just going to self and parts to see if we can find this in our internal world. And when we've been like, we've all had grief, we've all had suffering, we've all had resistance to what is. Just like what happens when we're in the IFS game, the EIFS game too, is just being with it. What is our capacity to be with it? Robin Williams did not have the capacity when he lost his sons to join his wife in it or to join her parts in his parts. In this scene, he did have the capacity. So I feel like I'm just touching the surface of it, and I'm gonna have to watch it again. But see you later. Bye. I hope this wasn't too much. I hope it wasn't too much.